What is up, everyone? So, today I'm just going to talk about how bodybuilding makes you healthy in all aspects of your life. Now, what do I mean by that? So, when I started taking bodybuilding more seriously, it had an evolution of effects as far as what I decided to eat, what I decided to drink, you know, how I went about living life, right? And before that, I would be, drinking regularly. Definitely not an alcoholic or anything like that. I don't have an addictive personality, but frequently, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, I would be drinking, and it's just something you do for me. And I can hold my alcohol pretty well. So about, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months ago, just I just stopped drinking as much. And it didn't really have any, it wasn't like a conscious decision as much. It was like, well, I don't think I need to drink this or anything like that. It was more like 100 and something calories per beer, right? Negative impact on your sleep, which is a big thing for me because obviously one of the biggest things for your muscle building synthesis and building muscle is your rest, right? So your sleep. So it would impact not only my diet, it would impact my sleep. And I was like, you know what, I'll go without it. So now I have a a fridge full of beer and an alcohol cabinet because I did like to drink different types of alcohol, specific whiskeys and stuff like that. Kind of expanding my palate. And on that note, I also do smoke cigars and things like that. Um, whether you think it's healthy or not or whatever, that's not really a discussion here today. I still do smoke cigars. I do like the taste, and it's one of my vices, I guess. But I do smoke a lot less. So I have a humidor full of cigars, and at one point I was smoking 1 to 2 cigars a day, and I just kind of dialed back, and it really wasn't anything conscious. Like I said, it was more or less just like, well, how's the nicotine going to impact me during a workout? Because normally I do 2 workouts, so fitting that in there, and maybe occasionally I'll still smoke a cigar between the middle of the day or whatever. No big deal. I kind of stopped smoking as much. So like I said, it wasn't really a conscious decision, and this stuff kind of just like played into my life because I was taking bodybuilding more seriously. And for some people, you might be thinking, well, it sounds like you're giving up a lot of the things you want in life. And like I said, I didn't do any of this stuff consciously. So it was just, hey, this could be impacting my bodybuilding, you know, exercise and recuperation and everything like that. It could be impacting that in a negative way. Let me not do that, or not do it as much, right? I'll still have a beer every once in a while, and when I go on vacation and stuff, I'll still drink like I'd like to, but um, it's not a normal thing for me anymore. And if you feel like, I would say, if you feel like this comes off like, hey man, this, like I said, you're giving up stuff that you'd like to do. Health factors aside, and everybody has different opinions on smoking cigars and alcohol and all that stuff. Barring all that, just forgetting all that, because at the end of the day, none of us know when we're going to die. But if you feel like you're just giving that stuff up, I would just say, don't worry about cutting out these things at first. I wouldn't do it at all, and I think it would be detrimental to your mental health, because it feels like, hey, bodybuilding is taking over my life and I can't enjoy some of the things that I used to enjoy, when it should be a natural progression to get there, right? Because like when I first started bodybuilding seriously, right, I did not want to take or drink anything with not sugar, right? I hated the sweetener taste. I couldn't do anything with that, so I was like, man, there's no way I could ever live without that stuff. And it's super high in calories, right? Sugar's not really good for you, but I found options over the time, and those options kind of compounded. I got used to the taste a little bit, and most of the things I make still don't have that super sweetener taste. But um, that's just one thing. It's just like I never would have thought that I'd be using sweetener instead of real sugar, right? Like I said, it just kind of evolved from kind of taking it seriously. Like when I first started working out and started trying to diet correctly, or at least getting in more food, that was a big thing for me. I never once did my macros, never once counted my caloric intake or anything like that. When I started to take it more seriously, I was eating literally chicken breast, 160 grams of chicken breast, 5 times a day with 2 pieces of bread. That's all I ate, and I did that for like 6 months. I was just eating it. I would just, hey man, I gotta get it in. I would heat up, and this is all prepped. I would throw it in the fridge, heat it up, so it wouldn't taste as good later in the week. But I just kind of sucked the food down and got over it, right? But as I kind of evolved, now I'm starting to make more foods that are more conducive to eat, something that's going to make me actually enjoy the food that I'm eating. And at the same time, it's healthier. It's lower in calories. You're making all your food, of course. That's a big thing, making your food and not eating out. And you're eating, hopefully, higher quality types of food. In general, you making food at home is going to be miles better than anything you get at the restaurant, right? So, not to say you can't eat at restaurants. I do eat at restaurants. But at the same time, I'm not in the super cutting phase, but I'm losing weight and I'm losing fat, probably a little bit of muscle too, but it's really gradual, right? So I still do eat at restaurants occasionally, and live a normal life, right? But I don't have splurge days. I don't have a cheat meal per se scheduled, right? Because I actually enjoy the foods I'm making. I enjoy the food that I'm eating. It gets me through the day, and it's just another thing I have to be more cognizant about is like the food I'm eating while I'm out, right? And it's not a bad thing, at least for me. I enjoy it. I like that level of just awareness of the food I'm eating now. So it's good. So it helps you in all aspects of your life as you evolve. And yeah, I would say if this is just you're beginning this journey, like I said, I began this journey about a year and a half ago, and there's probably closer to 2 years, but yeah, it's a year and a half. I would have never seen myself making my own food like this, doing any of the stuff, restricting myself through my other vices. I would never have thought that, and I think it's something that you don't need to say you need to like have it as a goal, right? Like I said, you just need to have that natural progression of being able to just make that one step, step, right? As long as you're making progress daily, changes are going to happen in your body, mentally, and everything, like I said, that I've experienced will probably come to fruition for you if you stick with it and you continue to strive to get better, right? So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to go into that. That's something on my mind, and I think it's good information. If you're starting out, just let it, just roll with the punches, and in a year and a half, a year, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, this has really changed my life in a good way. I feel better. I'm pooping regularly with, at least decent or like good fiber and everything like that. And these supplements are helping me. It snowballs in a good way, right? And yeah, so that's it. Just want to go into that. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, one little update before I sign off tonight. I have my marathon on Sunday, so I'm leaving on Saturday. So I'll have one more video up on Friday, and then I'm going to pre-record videos for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'll probably be wearing the same clothes or whatever, but I'm not going to have any videos while I'm out there. Maybe I'll make a quick video of me maybe during the marathon or something like that. But Yeah, so just a heads up. And also the posing challenge, that's obviously going to be pushed back until I get back into the gym, right? So hopefully, if everything goes well, I'll be back in the gym on Tuesday. So, yeah, that's it. I'll catch you guys later.